Happy Monday to you, friends. This week we're going to talk about water. All week long, water. So the first thing I want to talk to you about in water, when you think about plants, right? Plants, all plants. Your whole garden needs water. Without water, there is minimal life. If you've ever been to a desert, the sand, there are things that still produce water even in the midst of the desert and desert places. So where does our water come from here in Sheboygan? Well, it's pretty obvious. Yes, rain, but Lake Michigan. Now, growing up in Michigan, part of my family lived on Lake Michigan, on the other side of the lake, the nicer side. But nonetheless, we would go to the beach and you would play and get sunburnt. We'll talk about that too, of course. But the lake is life. It is the thing that provides so much for us, whether we realize it or not. And whenever I would read Bible stories as a kid or hear them in Sunday school or church, I always would assume the lake. Always it was Lake Michigan. Because what else could it possibly be as a child, not understanding that there was more than just Lake Michigan? And when you're a kid especially, the lake goes on and on forever, and it's like an ocean to you. And this lake is life. So I want to share a story with you from the Gospel of Luke in the 8th chapter, one that'll be familiar to you, about a lake. One day, Jesus got into a boat with his disciples, and he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side of the lake." So they put out, and while they were sailing, he fell asleep. A windstorm swept up down on the lake, and the boat was filling with water, and they were in danger. They went to him and woke him up, shouting, "Master, Master, we're perishing." And he woke up and rebuked the wind and the raging waves, and they ceased, and there was calm. He said to them, "Where is your faith?" They were afraid and amazed and said to one another, "Who then is this, that he commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him?" If you've ever been on the lake when there's a storm that's hit, or you've ever been on the shore as a storm rolls in, it's something miraculous and spectacular to watch. Visiting with my grandparents in Muskegon in Michigan, you would go park down at the beach and you could watch the wind and the waves roll, and you could see the dark clouds come across from over here over to there. And it was astounding. The fear and terror that would induce is a lot. Now, I've been out on a boat, a little boat, my kayak, in a storm. Not a bad storm, mind you, but enough where the white caps start coming and it's getting harder and harder to paddle. And it can get scary out there. Here's the reality with water in our life. Water is such a precious resource. It is fought over and has been for so long. Water is such a precious resource because it literally gives us life. And it's scary sometimes. When the storms pick up on the water, there is no place to be protected. And yet, the fish and the creatures of the lake and of the sea survive nonetheless through the rugged storms, through wicked winters, through scorching summers. They survive down in the deep blue. What a gift water is. When we think of how Jesus calmed the storm and put their fears to ease and said, "It's going to be okay." When we can take that water and use it for good, it's like we're saying, "It's going to be okay." Hope this day you think about the water. Maybe it is that you need to take a little trip down by the lake to take a peek at the gorgeous blue, or maybe it's churning today and it's brown. Maybe you can see the sand getting chopped up in it, or maybe the dark storm clouds are rolling across. But that lake is life. That water is the thing that keeps us alive. And what a gift it is. See you soon.
And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever